Hey everybody, it's Chris's Reddit Game, and in this video, we're going to take a brief look at Dark Elves with the new class Rangers that's coming to EverQuest with the next expansion, the Outer Brood. Alright, so let's take a look at the class itself. This is a Dark Elf Ranger, level 1, and you have the choice of Bertonculus or Inaruk as your god. I didn't see an agnostic option, but I may have just missed it. When you spawn, you're going to spawn next to the Rangers Guildmaster here in Neriak, or you're going to spawn in Crescent Reach as your home city, depending on your selection and whether or not you'll be a paid account at that time. The older cities, I should say anything not Crescent Reach, is only available to gold accounts, which are paid accounts. So should you choose this, this is where your Guildmaster will be, stuck off in the corner of the outer Neriak zone called the Neriak Commons. And what I haven't found yet, we'll go on a little adventure together, is where, if there are any, are the ranger spells or other things that are supportive of your ranger. So let's take a wee look with the map as well. I never really understood why right-click would be the find here, but okay. It's probably right here in this building. Fletching supplies make sense, so they just stuck the Guildmaster at the fletching supply store, which again has, it makes some sense, except what about the expanded abilities of the class, the spells and whatnot? Now, Dark Elves are a race who are driven by hate if they're a follower of Inaruk, or they just simply want to follow along in the Dark Elf normality, which is basically to be difficult with one another. So it might be that they've placed them in awkward positions because Rangers are new and not necessarily welcome. I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure. That looks like a place with musical instruments or art. It's hard to tell with this 2D mapping or textures, 2D textures. It's also 2D mapping, but I had a lot of loots in this place. Someone's going to call me on that and be like, that's not a loot. And it might not be, because I don't play it well. General supplies. Okay, no spells. It's an interesting that they put the design sort of sideways so you couldn't really see it all that well. How far have we gotten away from, or have we moved away from the... Well, not too far. Let's try the other side. The dashing form. Tailoring. All right. Now, those of you who played for a while might be thinking, what are you doing? All you have to do is click find, and you can see where things are, like the Ranger Guildmasters. And I only saw that one. Well, my goal was to see how easy it was to find just by looking around. And the answer is, so far, not really. Not really. Let's turn that find off. See if we can do it again. Okay. Let's find that guy. Is that in the rogues? Looks like it is. But the outside? You can tell I know the city very well, at least these parts of the city. The answer is no, I do not. Like, what is that? Here's a question. Yes. It just says track. That's it. But has a quest, perhaps. Uh, yes. Okay. Yes. Hunt, track, stalk, and hunt. Ignore that silly talk about conservation, protecting nature, nurturing the forest. Drivel. It's all drivel. Hunt for the joy of the kill. Hunt for Queen Kristanos and King Nathox Stex. I thought by this point, the king was not really a figurehead anymore. I don't know all the lore, but interesting to see he's still referenced. For the glory of Inuruk. The Dread Slayers is your guild, I would expect. You will hunt and you will learn through doing. You do not have to hunt these all at once. I will accept each as its own task. Bring back 4 each of garter snake tongue, spider venom sac, wolf meat, bone chips, and giant bat fur. Okay, this is the only one that I'm going to click that continues on. If there are no bats in Nectarless Forest, you will be short-sighted if you don't know where to look. Short-sighted if you don't know where to look. Huh, okay. Well, not this character. My actual ranger that I'm leveling up on the beta server has a bunch of bone chips. So if you go through the tutorial, you're going to have some. You'll be able to hand them in and see what happens there. I'm going to have to go check that out and then come back and see how this quest evolves. Or is this just simply a new bone chips quest where, hey, you get to hand in a bunch of bone chips and in doing so, get a little bit of XP. All right. You want to join the ranks of the Dread Slayers. You comport yourself well. You become an asset of the King and Queen. You'll need some armor. Okay, whoa. New letter. Seek Opal Harugala and give her this request parchment. When you have outfitted yourself in the suit of armor, return to us and I will grant you another task. What other task? Good. Good. Tools. Tools are vital to our work as a hunter. Ironically, the most important tool is a bow. But don't neglect swords. A balanced kit will fare you better with proving your might as a hunter. You will assist in the creation yourself. So bow. These bedamned halfling druid ritualists bring their guardians, leatherfoot warriors. They think they can protect the druids, but we shall show them that they are no shield from the dread slayers. Find them, stalk them, slay them. Find a leatherfoot short bow. Bring it to Dianix Gluz at the Bleak Fletcher in the Nariot Commons near the headquarters of the Indigo Brotherhood, along with a basilisk's egg and a black mamba skin. Okay. What about swords? Halflings have invaded Nekdos Forest. They think to protect their holy sites and hope to cleanse what they call Inuruk's corruption. fools. Hate is not a corruption, it's a fuel. It is nourishment when you are down. It is glorious. Hunt the trespassers and bring me a halfling fibula bone and a halfling clavicle bone. While you're at it, find and bring me a high quality bear skin. Okay, I did not write all these down. They do not seem to be going into the quest. So I'm going to take just a moment to do that, because otherwise I'm going to forget. Alright, let's back this up a little bit. You'll notice that my UI is not really grandly usable at all. The default UI that you have to constantly be putting back into place. Okay, 4 of. Garter snake tongue. Now, garter snakes here are level 1, so that's a pretty good quest for beginning rangers. As a little bonus, spider venom sacs. Also required for rogue, one of the rogue quests, I believe. I haven't quested a lot with the rogues, so could be wrong on that. I'm finding my place. Wolf meat. Well, a bunch of those around. They're usually level, what, 2 through 5, depending. So again, these seem like lower level quests. Bone chips. Bone chips are 1 through 10, easy. And giant bat fur. Off the top of my head, I don't think I'm going to see giant bats here, but we do see them in Radar. So maybe they're saying, hey, go where elves are, if you can't find them here. All right, so for a balanced kit, you'll assist the creation yourself. For the bow, Leatherfoot Warriors. And what do we need from those? A Leatherfoot short bow. Bring to Dianax. Clues. Bleak Fletcher. Along with a basilisk egg. And a black bumble skin. And for the sword, one halfling tibia. Clavicle. Clavicle bone. Yes, clavicle. A high quality bear skin. And this goes to, who are we talking to? All right. Copy layout. This is going to take a minute. It always does. Much better. All right, now I'm going to switch it up. We've taken a look at where the Ranger Guildmasters are and how to find them. It took me a little while, but once you come in, the toadstool is a fairly common sight, or these pillars. Just go to the left and then up the staircase here, and you should be able to see them, do the quests. Now, what I'm going to do, though, is switch to my other Ranger, who is not actually, this is not his home city. I made the wrong choice. In my opinion, I like to have the classic cities as my home cities. But I should be able to run him here, and then we can take a look at these quests. He'll be a higher level. Bow shot's only level 1, but he'll be a higher level, so a little easier to move through. Also have a mercenary, so be able to do these quests fairly easily and then see what the rewards are, see how they stack up. So now level 9, you do not get dual wield as a ranger, but you can equip it, so it looks cool, but it doesn't actually help you out. You'll get stats if you have stat bonuses, but I don't have any right now. I do have a shield that I'm going to put on in its stead once I actually decide to go into combat. All right. Do you have anything else here? I do. I do. So this is the tutorial, and when you create a new character, you can choose to go into the tutorial or skip the tutorial, but you will not get the same rewards if you skip the tutorial. This armor is fantastic for low levels, and as you can see here, it's designed for level 10. That's the recommended level. I'm not yet level 10. So when I get to level 10, the stats will go up a little bit. That's when it will cap out. That's the advantage of doing the tutorial. It's a great way to get to level 10, 11, 12, depending on what you choose to do, and get a reasonably full set of armor that is far better than expected for the quests and zones that we're about to go into. So there are some advantages there. Another advantage for leveling, while I'm thinking of it, is you can very easily talk to a person and get this sort of, it's called an augment to go into your weapon, and it just adds 2 damage if you're fighting kobolds. Well, 2 damage at low levels is an extreme bonus. But I don't need to finish up here. We can go to Arius and say, I want to leave. Ready to leave. He's going to send us to the plane of knowledge. And there's a person you can talk to in the plane of knowledge who will bring you back here, which is just really convenient if you want to pop out and get some buffs, or as I'm about to show you, I'll click on the mount that I have to get the mount buff. Maybe I didn't claim the mount yet. We'll have to see. So while this is loading, just a reminder, this is in the new expansion. I'm not entirely sure when that's coming out, but it should be next month or two. And because they're in beta right now, although I suppose that could be for a few months. And that's when the Dark Elf Ranger combination is going to become available. Okay, now what am I doing? First off, I would like to dismiss this guy and get some Dark Elf mercenaries. And I won't need this. The quests we're doing are, I don't know if there's a phrase for them, but you know, they're sort of embedded quests. You have to talk to NPC, you have to interact with the NPC. You do not get the reminder of the quest journal for all the details, so you have to write them down or have a really good memory. And although my memory can be good, not always, much better to write them down. We'll go fighter. Okay. Here in the plane of knowledge, we have the evil section, the neutral section, the good section. We'll find Neriak right over here. That's Cabales. I personally think they should be close together, or Neriak should have the corner, the prime position, but apparently the lizards got it. XR are great. They're just not Dark Elves. Right, this ring here is where the halflings are. May have to take on some animals on the way. I need their tongue, which doesn't always drop. Spider venom sac. That's a pretty quick death. Gonna watch these orcs. I'm pretty sure some of them. I might be okay with them. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure they're gonna show me the door, but that's because they tend to come like as a group. High quality bearskin. Okay, so I need that. And then I need halfling parts. Wolf meat. Didn't realize I was so low on health. Come on, caster. Let's go. Skeleton parts are not actually on. I'll take them just in case. Rusty longsword. Very classic, very old school. Very nice. Is it Canadian? Any warriors? Was the half warriors? I don't remember those being here. Okay, let's try it again. It's not an object you can open. I don't see a single warrior by name, so it might just be, any of them. He's so done now. I don't really know what that's for as a quest. The woven amulets are for clerics. I'm earning my faction hit, okay? Gotta run in there and hit him. Okay. I'll get those if I need to later. Oh my. I think there may be halflings in the common lands as well. So if I don't find what I need here, they stack, so why not? I think it's not on these guys. Look at my warrior taking on a red. Level 14. Well done. Was that a beetle? Did not think Interrux symbol was a beetle. Did not think Tenare's symbol was a beetle. And now I'm confused. What? Sure, maybe. So you're not familiar with the vigil for Ritrim Sheaves. Shivs? My ancestor achieved the creatures that dwell below the forest roots and live to tell the tale. The tale is a horrifying one. In exchange for the life of his only child, these creatures agreed to bestow upon Ritrim a dark and terrible power. What power? The power to harm any living creature with a mere touch of his hand. After a gruesome ceremony, he was granted the dark power. He acted quickly and used his new power to slay the creatures, even as they prepared to sacrifice his child and feast upon his flesh. In his haste to subvert the agreement, Richard failed to realize the toll that the power would take upon him. Using his new power, drained his energy, leaving him weak and vulnerable. With his son, he moved towards his mount, a powerful black warhorse, a single enemy blocking his path. Richard reached out again with his power, killing his foe, but not quickly enough. A shout was given, and he felt a searing pain as his eyes were burned away. Blinded in great pain, Richard mounted his steed to make his escape. The voice of his son guided him as he charged through the forest of Nectalos, weaving a crooked path in order to evade his pursuers and return to Neriak. If you're really that interested, I will summon you a dark mount so you may follow the path for yourself. Not what I'm here for, but hey, let's do it. Lore quest. Okay. When you're ready, I'll give you a mask with eyes to guide you along the path. Ride with haste and reach the gates of Neriak before the 4th minute has passed. Okay, now what? Is this the path or is this something else? It is not. I don't see a path. Well, if I just have to go there, I can do that. If I have to follow a particular path, that might be troublesome. Do I have to? To the west. Okay. Southwest. To the east. Seriously, what the heck? A long way southeast. Hmm. Another time, perhaps. So all I'm doing here is looking for the halflings. I'm using my track and my mount to go fast, but other than that, just my track. See what pops up. Broken Claw. I thought that was from Dulac, the Ikesha expansion. I'm looking them up. Halfling Warrior. No, let's see. Leatherfoot Warrior. Nothing in the database. It may be a new creature, or it could be one that they're being called a warrior, but their actual name is something else because they're being given credit as a warrior. You are the warriors of these people, but you are not a warrior. 36. Bit much. Maybe not for my mercenary, but a bit much. All right, so what this shows, see, it says young Kodiak judge you amiably. Historically, Kodiaks attack just about everything except rangers and druids, possibly followers of Tenair, but definitely rangers and druids. So even though Dark Elf, considered an evil race, Bertoxulus, not considered a good god, he's probably evil on there somewhere, but definitely not Inaruk level. And Bear likes me just fine, which means I'm not being plagued by wolves and bears trying to kill me. I can try to kill them, of course, but that means that it's the battle is happening on my terms. What I didn't test was the cats, although they haven't been attacking me either, so I expect that they also fall under that. And I don't know if the warriors have been put in game yet, or again, just a characterization. So rangers have historically been classes for good races only. So this is the first time it's an evil race. And with that, I'm fully expecting we get all the ranger advantages unless they decide to change it, meaning race, class, religion are known to change what people think of you. And even if you have a not so great, not so favorable religion like Bertoxus, or a not so favorable race like Dark Elf, you may still do okay with some people. I'm going back to the place I need to be. At least I think so. And maybe try Lava Storm. I got hit by the plague. A Crushbone Thermitage. I'm going to kill some scouts for a while. It just makes sense to me that they would have a boat. What do I have? Don't have enough wolf meat. Bone chips, I have a little bit. Garter snake tongue is a no. Tongue is a no. Spider venom sacks, I have 2. I need 4. Alright. Wolf meat. It's a good start. Maybe not. I do not see one single halfling in my list. At least that I know of. And these will be NPCs like vendors, merchants. Dear God. There's a point where my Merc will just not be able to handle it or will run away. I mean, I get damage shield, my Merc will be amazing. Oops. Is this where I get dual wield? No. These spiders. Fine, fine, fine. I'm just gonna get level 11 right here. Look at this. Like a champ. There we go. Sorry, my God, was wondering. After I ran off on him. Folks, I am getting tired. So I'm going to wrap it up here. But we were able to take a look at the Dark Elf Ranger, the quests that they have available through their guildmasters within Neriac, and a way to get a sword, a bow, and some other things. Before I log off, I will do the bone quest. Let's see what kind of rewards. Bone chip quest. Let's see what kind of rewards we get from that. And then I'm going to call it after that. Coming in from Neriac, it's pretty easy to get to the next section of the city. If you go left or right, you'll need to open up the gate that's there. Looks like somebody else already had. Come behind there, so the gate's on the right or left. Come behind, and then from the foreign quarter into the commons, or the common area. And from there goes third gate, but we don't need the third gate quite yet. I'm not sure that saves you time if your swimming is low, but it gives you the opportunity to work on it in a small segment, so it's not completely unbearable. Okay, it is the other way. Will not tell you where they are. What? Fresh meat. I'm the leader of the Dread Slayers. If you're looking for guidance, seek out Drexen and Vexia. And no, I will not tell you where they are. I guess you have to use your tracking for that. It's not that difficult to track them yourself. I do have a small task for those willing to travel. Though life as a hunter is rather solitary, there are times to work with others. I have a trade relationship with Jenkin Fleetmore. Take the sealed trunk to her, and she will pay you. Hmm. Yes, I know we hate other people. I even hate you. You hate me. But sometimes there are beasts that are too much for even the best hunter to defeat alone. When that happens, use others. Group together with them and hold your hate long enough to get the task done. Who's Jenkins Fleetmore? She's in a city adjacent to a deep, dark hole. Ah, she's in Aridin or Peniel. Peniel. Ranger Dark Elf. Okay. Well, no problems getting there. 50 practices. Don't need any of them really, but language is a good. Dual wield is at 17. 10 more levels. Now, only rogues can hide and sneak at the same time, to my understanding. Okay, so that's 18 bone chips. Indigo Brotherhood's +1, Dread Outer Guard +1, Dread Inner Guard +1, Guardians of the Veil -1, Wolves of the North -1. I believe that's barbarians, and that's halflings. I'm not really sure what has to do with barbarians. Okay, so I got some XP. Didn't say how much. Didn't say a percentage. No money or other rewards. But let's just make sure. Nope. Nope. Just a little bit of XP. Okay. Spider Venom sacks are only 2. Let's hand it 2 and see what happens. Okay, well, I took them. Didn't give me anything for them. Don't have enough wolf meat. Don't have any garter snake tongues. That's pretty much that. Okay. Well, perhaps we'll see you next time as I check out more of the Ranger that's come to EverQuest, the various quests I can find and accomplish. And so far, that's been very little. The Bone Chip quest is the only one that I've completed. But we'll see how the next one go in our next stream. Have yourself a wonderful evening and happy gaming.